People who have seen something they could never explain. They could view something they would never view. They who What was the thing? In my early 20s, I was home alone. I woke up to me cell phone ringing but missed the call. The phone ringing. The go is so cold. By ringing. The phone number I missed the call from was me home phone number. I got up and found the cordless phone on the kitchen counter. I looked everywhere, but no one was in the house and the doors were all locked. Shortly after my mother passed away, I was going through and organizing her belongings in her room. I was talking out loud as if I were talking to her. There were some boxes with family photo albums I'd been looking for that I had been able to find, and it was really worrying me. I was sitting on the floor and said aloud, "Where did you leave those albums, Mom?" Very slowly, her closet door opened on its own. A slow, creaking movement from nearly totally closed to halfway open. I was as terrified as I'd ever been in my life. I froze and didn't move, but I looked at exactly a level and there was a cardboard box labeled albums in my mother's handwriting on the lower shelf of the closet. I am not a religious or even spiritual person, and I thought that there might be some imbalance in the hanging of the closet door. I went back to the door many times and tested it by wiggling it back and forth and leaving it in different positions, but it's never moved that way since. I fly helicopters for a living. I was working on a power line one year and was going back to our landing zone and noticed an opening in the trees, what appeared to be a leg. I came back and tried to get as low as I could into the clearing, thinking it was a person. It was a full-grown cow that had been completely skinned. There were no farms around and the animal didn't appear to be cut up in any way. I went back to the landing zone, picked up one of me ground crew members and flew back with him just so he could verify that I wasn't crazy. The flight back. We were both kind of in a way because we have no idea how that animal got to where it's at. Even more so that it had no skin on its entire body. It looked like a perfect cow since skin. Was talking on the phone to my dad in the garden about 15 years ago. Saw an orange light slowly come up over some trees behind my house, then take off straight up at a ridiculous speed. Stood there in silence, and so did he. Explained to him what we'd just seen, and he said he'd just seen the exact same thing. He was over 100 miles away in Manchester at the time.